how attractive is the alphabet? Has anyone ever thought about that? I'm pretty sure there has been some weirdos and freaks who have, and I am one of them. I just have had this thought, and I'm wondering, how attractive can someone find the alphabet? I have drawn an uppercase A and a lowercase a. Big A over here gives daddy energy. Meanwhile, little a over here gives soft boy energy. For this one, A is definitely the more dominant one in this relationship, which I am enjoying. If you were in a room with both of these, which one would you boink? Capital letter A is sexy to me. Lowercase a, not sexy to me. The capital letters has a dominant energy to me. None of them are sexy, actually. This uppercase B is not giving me sexy. I think it's the roundness to it. Someone who's gonna treat you right, but not someone who knows what they're doing in the bedroom. C has some sexiness to it, just by itself. You know what I'm talking about? The openness to it, it's not so much an O, so it's a little mysterious. It's like, you never know where a C is gonna end. Something mysterious like that really makes you want to know more. So I'm gonna say this one is sexy, both of them. D for dominant, D for dangerous. So I'm gonna say capital D is sexy, but lowercase d, man, it's just the opposite of the soft B over here, which I'm not enjoying. So I'm gonna say no for lowercase d over here. Uppercase E kind of looks like he's gonna take me in his van. You know what I mean? He looks like he's gonna wear glasses and have like that porn stash and then stash me into his white van with tinted windows. So I'm gonna say not sexy to me, sexy out there to someone. Lowercase e, very cute. Cute is not sexy though, so I'm gonna say no. Little f has a little roundness to it, which once again, it's too soft for me. These guys, they give British. This one's a little British boy, so I'm gonna say no. But little British man over here, kind of there, it's the pointiness to it, but then again it has that the E in it a little bit, so I'm gonna say no. Uppercase G definitely looks like he has a beard and he's kind of Irish. Lowercase g is like the bottom of the barrel. He's kind of giving me like soggy wet fry anchovy vibe. Uppercase G, hot. Lowercase g, not. Oh no, see, I'm already not liking the H. The H, lowercase h, has that roundness to it, which I am not enjoying once again. So I'm gonna say no for lowercase h. Uppercase H, looking too symmetrical for me. He follows the rules too much. I want him to give cowboy because H equals horse, but it's not showing up on here. So I'm gonna say no, he's not sexy. Puny little lowercase I that I've drawn here, but puny. You see how he disconnects from himself, showing insecurity, which I am not enjoying. The disconnection between the stable I down here, the base, to this little dot up here, it shows narcissism, showing that he wants to separate from himself to become something better, and he's stuck there. So I'm not gonna say lowercase I is sexy. Uppercase I is just the H turned around. So I'm saying no to both of them. They are not sexy. This insecurity passes on through the alphabet. I and J showing levels of insecurity. But the base has a little bit more confidence because the base has decided to take its own route and become like its father, which also shows insecurity, which I'm not enjoying. So lowercase j is not sexy. Uppercase J, I'm sensing sexiness here. He's kind of giving like a very tall, skinny man to me with a little bit of funkiness to him. He probably has like a mustache or one cool earring. So I'm gonna say he's quite sexy. Both of them are not really cute. They're twins. One is a little kookier than the other, but they are twins nonetheless. But either way, I'm gonna say they're not sexy to me. No, I'm not sensing sex. It's not giving me heat. The lowercase l wanted to take inspiration from the I. The I was actually the lowercase l before, but this one still holds its sense of confidence, considering I and J have detached from themselves. So I'm gonna say L has confidence, but he's not sexy enough. This guy right here, I don't know what he is. I don't know who he is, and that's the issue. I don't know much about him. He can hold a sense of mystery to him, but it's not cool mystery. It's more of an angle. He's a math guy. They're both not sexy. The M's look like they're gonna take care of me. The M's look like they are soft and warm, and they have a very nice hug. They give very nice hugs in kind of a lumberjack kind of way. I can sense a lumberjack in this way, just not as tough as one. So I'm gonna say not sexy, but I'm not saying it in a derogatory way. I'm saying it as I would love for them to care for me. Lowercase n has that little roundness, which I hate, so I'm taking him out immediately. The uppercase n has a peculiar case of maybe he's sexy, maybe he's not. The angles that I'm seeing are giving him a lot of sexy points, but overall, I'm not as attracted to him immediately. So purely based on that, I'm gonna say he's not sexy. They're both not sexy to me. They're just goofy guys, you know what I'm talking about? They're both round, one's big, one's small. They're unsymmetrical. They're just having their own grand time. They're the less mysterious version of the C. So just for that, I'm gonna say they're not sexy, but they are a good time. Are they sexy? I don't know. If you turn them over, they're kind of giving, I'm gonna say they're not sexy, but the uppercase P has like half sexy points. Like I'm seeing something there. Such a grand design they did for the Q. It gave off peacock vibes, very rich, but not like pretentious rich where it's like gold. It's more of a jade green. I want some emerald in there. Royal purple, royal blues. I'm seeing a lot of that emulating from these two. So I'm gonna say they're both sexy because even the lowercase q has a little point to it, which is not even going this way. It's going the opposite way of where we want it to go. It's gonna do what it wants. Sense of rebellion. She has a mom vibe to her. She's very nice, but she's angry. She's mean when she wants to be. She chose her own path in life. She decided to have children, maybe 5 or too many, and she is stressed. She is drinking wine. She is stressed. She's taking the kids to soccer practice in her minivan, and she's getting yelled at consistently. Her husband's at his office job, and he's not paying attention to her, of course, because, you know, that's just not plausible in the sense. So she's getting angry, and she has brought her own cookies to the bake sale, and they said, we can't have that because we don't know what's in the cookies. They need to be store-bought cookies, and she is not having it. So she decides to go for a little vacation, and she ends up on this board right here. So with this R, she is sexy in the way that she is domineering of her own power, and she knows what she wants. So I will give her the sexy point. Meanwhile, this lowercase r is her offspring, and he is not sexy, okay? The S's look like they would scam me online. I don't know. They look like they would catfish me a little. The S itself is not as sexy. It's rounded, but it's not totally rounded, so it's trying to give you a sense of mystery, which I'm not liking. It's trying to do something other than itself. It's showing insecurity, and I'm not enjoying that. So S's are not sexy to me. T looks like it would wear glasses and tell me about its computer coding days. They look like they would tell me about the ways of JavaScript, okay? The big T is just giving me that sexy look. So I'm gonna say the big T is sexy, meanwhile the little T, not so much. U looks like it's tired. It doesn't want to do much, okay? If you put U on the field, it's gonna fall asleep right away. U has a sense of laziness to it, which I'm not enjoying. It has that roundness, which I'm not enjoying. So I'm gonna say no on the sex scale for both of them. That point is telling me something. The point is telling me I'm danger and you don't want to get near me. Well, he looks like he would take me on a motorcycle with like a beard right here. He's had a couple beers, actually. He has a beer alcohol breath, but he knows what he's doing. He's going to take you on that ride on the motorcycle. I do not support drunk driving. He doesn't even smoke, but he has that smell to him. So I'm going to say V, quite attractive. W looks like it eats garlic for breakfast. W's have those points that I'm talking about, but it's looking like it's wanting to copy whatever's happening here. So I'm not liking that. It's not original over here. They're not giving me original ideas, which I'm not liking. They're kind of stealing. And I don't support embezzlement from other letters. So I'm gonna say both of them are immediately disqualified. I don't find them sexy at all whatsoever. It's about to make me an experiment, okay? And I wouldn't mind that. It's about to put me in a little cage and then ask me for my blood sample, but in a hot way. Like in a way that like he's a very sexy, evil professor. He has like an eye patch and he's like kind of decrepit in a way. And he kind of has like the salt pepper thing going on. So that's why you find him attractive. And he has the gloves on. He's ready for blood extraction. So I'm gonna say they're both quite sexy. I don't have much to say about why. They're kind of giving me yellow vibes. Kind of giving me the pigment of yellow. Neon yellow, maybe a little. We're getting both of that from them. They're not for me. Not my type. I don't have anything to say about them because they're not really sticking out to me. Like in all these letters, we've seen variations. This one's just kind of there. It's like, oh, I'm towards the end, so I'm not going to try too hard, and hopefully someone finds me attractive, which is not sexy to me. Z is a peculiar dilemma. Now you're like, oh, it's at the end of the alphabet, it has to be sexy, but does it? Because when you look at it, it's just a turned over N. They're both just turned over N's. Actually, I'm a liar. They're both turned over capital N's. So they're trying to copy one, but they're also giving it a little bit of flair because they're like, oh, I'm on the side. So no one's going to go for the sideways look. So they're kind of sexy in that way, but also you're getting a sense that they're trying too hard. They are trying too hard to produce a sexy vibe to them. So maybe they're not as sexy as you would think they are. Maybe you're not feeling attracted towards them. Maybe the holes on the sides are like insecurity points. They're looking for someone to fill them in, and you're not that someone. You're not there to fix what's already broken. You're there to come in because you've already had many toxic relationships throughout this list. You just came out of the scientist lab. You can't do that again. But also they're at the last letter on the alphabet, which is kind of special. So maybe you want to find them attractive. So for that, I'm saying they're neither. They're neither sexy nor hot, nor not sexy or hot. They're neutral. Ooh. Wow. I've had a ball with naming these guys. Z for the win? Why did I make this video? I hope you enjoyed it.